Okay, guys, welcome back to the gym. Let's get started. I'm going to go through a full warm-up today, do a couple of future star flexibility routines, and then we're going to just keep going with the strength and conditioning exercises, trying to teach you as much as we can about technique and to start to establish some muscle timing. Make sure that in June, when we start a hypertrophy training, we don't get you guys injured. So we have a lot of learning over the month of May. We're going to start off with very low weights on these strength and conditioning exercises and slowly but surely add a little bit more weight and a little bit more weight until finally the 1st of June, we're doing really technically sound strength and conditioning. And the goal for June and July and a lot of August is to increase muscle mass. So if we can put 3 to 6 pounds of muscle mass on everybody, that's the goal. Means you guys got to keep eating rice, lots of rice and chicken. Rice, chicken, and as many vegetables as you can have. You guys should probably be at about, 3,000, even 8, and you could probably be up to 4,000 calories or something, depending upon how much you're working out, but we'll get to that. Right now, let's just go through a good warm-up, stretch these wrists. Today's Sunday, so we should have a little bit of a light day. And then after the strength and conditioning, if you guys want, we'll do a little meditation. But we're going to start with single finger pull down stretches and palm up stretch, palm up pull down stretch. Pinky up stretch. And palm up pull down stretch. And switch hands. And one arm on top of the other stretch. Okay, guys, left arm circle forward. And left arm circle backward. And switch arms forward. And backward. Double arm circles forward. And double arm circles backward. Start low, go highs. One hand on top of the other on your lower back. And then pull those elbows back. It should stretch the front of your shoulders. Okay, and arms above your head. And slowly upwards. And downwards. And on your tippy toes all the way up. And on your heels, shoulder blades tight. And on your tippy toes, fingers up. And on your heels, shoulder blades tight. And on your tippy toes, fingers up. And on your heels, shoulder blades tight. And hands on your waist, feet face in. And feet face out. And feet face in. And feet face out. Slow kick walks. Sideways kicks. And kick down to your knee. In 5 minutes, get going. Hope that your foot's doing okay, Torn. So when you guys are doing your warm-up, there's 3 parts that you're trying to treat, 3 like goals that you're trying to accomplish. You're trying to increase your heart rate, you're trying to increase your breathing rate, and you're trying to get adrenaline to leave your adrenal glands and get into your bloodstream. And that's going to help you increase your heart rate and increase the amount of blood that you can get to your muscles. And when you like take a drop of ink and you put it into like a tank of water, the ink doesn't disperse into that tank of water instantaneously. It takes time for that ink to dissolve and to kind of spread out through the tank of water. And eventually it will be evenly distributed within that tank of water. And your body's very similar. When your body releases adrenaline, it doesn't go to your entire body all at once. It's got to go through your bloodstream. It takes a little time for that adrenaline to go through your bloodstream and to get to your muscles, and it takes about 5-7 minutes for that to occur. So that's usually why your warm-up should be about 5 to 7 minutes long. When you increase your heart rate, you deliver more blood to your muscles. When you deliver more blood, there's more fuel and energy for your muscles to work. And when your breathing rate goes up, you're able to bring more oxygen to your muscles as well. Use oxygen and carbohydrates and sugars for fuel. So this is all trying to get your muscles warmer and get fuel so that you can have energy for a good workout. 2 minutes, 36 seconds, about halfway through. So right now I want you to do mostly cardio, right? Jumping jacks, running in place, burpees, push-ups. If you want to do mushroom, I think that's a good idea, keep you active. But I don't want you to just do gymnastics right now. It's more about getting your heart rate up. You can do hollow rocks and stretch rocks, kick handstands, presses, pirouettes, push-ups, rock jumps, burpees. About 2 minutes to go. Jump rope is good, jumping jacks is good. Squat jumps is good. Nice work, guys. 1 minute, 27 seconds to go. It's probably the most important part of the workout today. Yeah, Parker, those squat patterns look better. If you're going to do squats, if you're going to do those things as part of this warm-up, Make sure that you're using good technique for your squats. We're going to do squat patterns and RDL patterns again today. I'm going to try to learn, let's say, another 5 to 10 different exercises, things that we haven't been introduced to yet. That's it, Jacob. Usually at the end of the warm-up, you want to be breathing a little bit heavy. If you have a sweatshirt on, you want to be be warm enough to take the sweatshirt off. Can usually tell that warm-up's going well when I can hear people breathing. About 20 seconds to go, gentlemen. Okay, why don't you guys walk it out? Well, let's go to stretch. Jacob, if you move that mushroom, I'm going to have you warm up. Okay, let's go one arm on top of the other. Just pulling on your lats. Nice to see you, Liam. And open to a stretch shape. Switch to the other side. And open up into a stretch shape. And elbows. And hips. And knees. Spider-Man stretch left and right, switch as you please. And settle in the middle. And on your hands and knees, face your fingers forward, 2 circles this way, 2 circles that way. Face your fingers in towards each other, 2 circles this way, 2 circles that way. You're not trying to do circles, you're trying to stretch your wrists. So just make sure you're deliberately stretching your wrists and getting ready for workout today. Face your fingers towards you. Flip your hands over, push gentle. Let's go 15 wrist push-ups like this. And then 15 the other way. Stretch your toe point. Yeah, I don't know if that hurts. Anything that hurts, you should rest, okay? Torn, anything that hurts, you should rest. Or just do the other leg. Sunday's about healing anyway. So the most important thing for you is when we get to the strength and conditioning that you just pay attention, start to learn those exercises. Let's go Dave Tilley stretch. So you want to round your shoulders, no arch in your lower back. And then all you're trying to do is you're not trying to bend your front knee as much as you're trying to move your hips forward. All right, you want to have both hands on your front knee with your shoulders and head nice and tall. All right, don't lean so far forward, Ethan Parker. Liam, that looks excellent. All right, that's much better, Ethan and Parker. Switch legs. do pike stretches. Keep your back nice and tall. Open your shoulders. Open your back up nice and straight, and point your own toes. Yeah, much better back shape there, I think. Separate your feet about 3 inches. Left hand, left foot. Right hand, right foot. Separate your feet a little bit more. Left hand, left foot. Right hand, right foot. (90°), left hand, left foot. Right hand, right foot. Elbows in the middle. Open up your shoulders nice and tall. Keep those knees tight. Point those toes. Keep those knees pointing up at the ceiling. Keep your back nice and tall. And you're using your elbows to straighten your own back. But I also want you to stretch down as far as you can. Keep your elbows on the ground, pushing off of your elbows, but also like sort of pulling down with your arms so that you can stretch, but also keep a straight back. All right, let's go nice and wide. Left hand, left foot. Nice and wide. Good toe point. Keep those knees onto the ground. Left hand, left foot. Point your own toes with your hand. Right hand, right foot. And elbows in the middle. Okay, guys, reach backward, stretch your shoulders. And push to a bridge. Come down, stretch your shoulders. And push up to a bridge. Stretch your shoulders one more time. Nice job, Liam. Push up to one more bridge. Nice, guys. Good job, Liam. Good job, Torn. Okay, let's go. Let's do 5 future star flexibility routines. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, Jacob, maybe you start with us. We start. No, I'll start with Torn. We're already on him. Okay, guys, let's go. Kick forward while lifting your arms. Go to a prone fall. Point your foot at the ceiling. Right to a push-up shape and right leg forward. Hold. 1 1,000. 2 1,000. 3 1,000. Go to the middle. Hold. 1 1,000. 2 1,000. 3 1,000. Onto your bum. Feet 90°. Arms parallel. 1 1,000. 2 1,000. 3 1,000. Up and over with your belly. Go to a push-up shape. Left leg forward. Hold. 1 1,000. 2 1,000. 3 1,000. Slide your right leg forward. Go to a push-up bridge shape. hold 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, slide down, arms up, forward, and then back. Nicely done, Torin. Look at the ceiling, hold 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, slide your hands across the ground, reach past your feet, hold 1,000. You got to keep your hands on the ground. The book says that you have to have your hands on the ground. Yeah, that's why I want you to slide your hands, because it doesn't say when it should be on the ground. So I just say keep them on the ground the whole time. Sit up in a nice horizontal shape. Okay, that was done pretty well. Ethan and Parker, let's go to you guys. Okay, Parker, let's take it. Let's go kick forward while lifting your arms up. Go to a prone fall, push-up shape, right leg forward. Hold 1,000. Your arms are too high, I would take 3/10. Good. Go to the middle, face the middle, and split. Hold 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Hands on the ground, feet parallel, 90 degrees, arms parallel. Hold your pancake. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Up and over. Push-up shape right away. Left leg split. Hold. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Slide your right leg forward. Go to a bridge. Hold. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Slide down. Hands up, forward, and back. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Slide your hands. Good. Hold 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Sit up nice and tall. Okay, Jacob, you're up. Okay, kick, prone fall, right leg forward, hold, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Middle split, arms horizontal, hold, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Sit on your bum, feet 90 degrees, arms parallel, pancake, hold, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Belly on the ground, up and over, go to a push-up shape, left leg forward, hold, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Slide your right leg forward, go to a bridge shape, hold, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Slide all the way down, hands up, forward, and back, hold, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Slide your hands across the ground, reach past your feet, hold, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Sit up nice and tall. That's it. Liam, you want to do one? Yeah? All right, buddy. We got 2 more. Okay, Liam. Lift your arms while kicking. Go to a prone fall. Point your foot at the ceiling. Push-up shape right away. Right leg foot forward. Hold 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Face the middle. Hold 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Sit on your bum. Feet 90 degrees. Arms parallel. You got to move your feet closer, Liam. Make them 90 degrees. You go arms parallel, nice and straight arms. Straight arms in front of you. That's it. Go up and over. Try to keep your belly on the ground. Go to right to a push-up shape, left leg split, hold. 1,000, 2,000. Arms horizontal if you can. And slide your right leg forward. Go to a bridge shape, looking at your hands. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Slide down. Hands up, forward, and back. Nice, Liam. Look at the ceiling. 1,000. Point those toes. 2,000. 3,000. Slide those hands. Reach past your feet. Hold 1,000. Point those toes. 2,000. 3,000. Sit up nice and tall. That's it. Aiden, you want to do it? It's either Aiden or Jackson. Okay, Aiden. I'll give Jackson a break today. Jackson and Torn, you guys got to work on flexibility, my dogs. Okay, last one. Kick while lifting your arms. Prone fall, point your foot at the ceiling. Push-up shape, right leg split. Hey, this has improved a lot. 1, 2, 3. Face the middle. Nice to see you, Austin. All right. Hold 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Onto your bum. Feet 90 degrees. Arms parallel. Hold 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Belly on the ground. Up and over. Go to a push-up shape. Left leg forward. Hold 1,000, 2,000, 3 1,000. Slide your right leg forward. Push up to a bridge. Hold. 1 1,000. 2 1,000. 3 1,000. Slide your feet all the way down. Hands up, forward, and back. Hold 1 1,000. 2 1,000. 3 1,000. Slide your hands across the ground. Keep your back nice and straight, toes pointed. 1 1,000. 2 1,000. 3 1,000. And sit up nice and tall. 1 1,000. 2 1,000. 3 1,000. All right. Okay, let's move right on. Okay, let's skip this break stuff. Let's move on. So I want to start with RDLs. The reason why I want to start with RDLs is because you guys have to do on floor at least 4 or 5 landings. And then on every event, you also have to do your dismount. And if you're dismounting with poor landing technique, you're going to get hacked for it. All right, if you take a look at Kohei Ichimura, everybody knows who Kohei is. One of the big critiques of Kohei is that his chest is low on all of his landings. Now, I don't think that he really necessarily gets deducted for all of that sometimes, but it's certainly one of the critiques of Kohei Ichimura's gymnastics, even though there's really not too many critiques of his gymnastics at all. All right, so one of the things that we want to do is understand why is it that a 3/10 deduction occurs when your chest is too low? And it occurs because it's incorrect landing technique and posture. When your chest drops too much, you're relying on your lower back to land instead of the big muscles. So the big muscles that you're going to use are your glutes, your bum. It's the biggest muscles really in your body is your glutes. That's why they call them the gluteus maximus, the biggest. All right, so you want to land with your hips and your bum. All right, so an RDL shape is the exact shape that I want you guys to use when you land. All right, so let's get those sticks ready to go, and I just want to make sure that everybody has a neutral spine angle, a neutral back angle, a neutral spine. The way to make it neutral or straight is just to align it with the stick. Torrin, you're going to take your top hand and move it above your head. Yep. And now you're going to touch your head to the stick. Yeah, that's a great shape right there. And this is exactly how you're supposed to land. All right, so Torrin, your RDL is good enough. I would like you to go get a 5 or a 10-pound weight, and I would like you to cradle the weight. Jackson, same thing with you. Austin, same thing with you. Aiden, same thing with you, and I want you to cradle the weight. And when Aiden gets the weight, I'll show you what cradling means, okay? Now, I think that Ethan, Parker, yours is excellent. All right, it's made a lot of improvement. Aiden, I want you to hold the weight up and down. Up and down. Hold it up and down. I want you to hold the weight in the opposite direction so that the weight is vertical. Yeah, all right. And I want you to kind of hold that in front of your chest. So this is cradling the weight. All right, now you can also take the weight. Let's try this one, Aiden. I want you to put the weight in the small of your back. Hold it with each hand behind your back. Yeah, you're gonna put it behind your back. Nah, yeah, yes, like that. I want you to try to do it like that, guys. And you're just gonna do an RDL like that. All right, and let me just work with Jacob and Liam and make sure everybody else's RDLs are good, but I want you to do 3 sets of 15, and that's it. Parker, excellent. Ethan, excellent. All right, it's excellent shape. Parker, I think yours is getting so much better. Let's face the camera so I can see if your feet are correct. Yeah, that looks good. And you have 5 things that you're touching to the stick. Your top hand, your head, your shoulders, your bottom hand, and your bum. 5 things. Now that looks pretty good to me. Parker, can you go to the side one more time? Make sure everything is good to go. Yeah, it's excellent. Excellent. Okay, guys, good. Maybe a little softer with your knees there, Parker. So a little bit of a knee bend. Look at this cool cat, huh? All right. Yeah, it's mostly about your bum moving backwards into the weight. Jacob, yours looks fine. Let me see it from the side. Jackson, you have a little bit too much arch and a little bit too much craning of your neck. That's pretty good. Jacob, I want you to switch your bottom hand, turn it the other way. No, make it so that your palm is facing away from your back. That's palm facing your back. I want you to, your palm facing away from your back. That's correct. And I want you to hold the stick a little bit higher. Lift the stick higher. That's it. That's it. And touch that head to the stick. Yeah, Jacob, that's pretty good. Just make sure that your bum is touching the stick the whole time. Okay, yeah, it's just a little bit too much knee bend, Jacob. All right? You want to bend your knees, but you don't really want to initiate the skill with a knee bend. Ethan and Parker, excellent. You guys go get a soup can. Go get a soup can, okay? Or something that's like a 5-pound weight or something, Ethan and Parker. And let's just keep working with you for a couple minutes more, Jacob. Okay, let's hold that stick again. Yeah, your top hand a little bit higher. I want you to touch your hand, your head, your shoulders, your hand, and your bum. All right, move your bottom hand up to the small of your back. That's good. Face the camera so I can see your feet. I want them a little bit wider, about shoulder width, and feet facing forward. Now try a couple more. Okay, now Ethan and Parker, let's take a look at and see what you're doing, okay? No, now it looks like a squat. Now they look like squats again. All right, so I want it to be an RDL. So you're gonna cradle the weight just like Ethan is doing. And it's just gonna be an RDL, same exact thing that you did before. Now it looks too much like a bending your knees, Ethan. All right, I want you to put your feet closer, Ethan. Sorry, Parker, my bad. Parker, put your feet closer. Good, yeah. And remember, you're just trying to push your, that looked good. That was correct. That was correct, Parker. Now your feet are too close. I don't want your feet together. Yeah, that's good. And what you were doing before, that looks pretty darn good right there. Ethan, your knees are too straight. I don't want them to bend a lot, but they got to, yeah, now those look great. Okay, what's up, little dude? How are you? Right, both of you guys are doing pretty good here. I like these shapes a lot. Can you guys face the sideways so I can just make sure that everything's correct? Ethan and Parker, can you guys face sideways so I make sure everything's good? Yeah, Ethan, excellent. Parker, excellent. Those are called RDLs, Romanian deadlifts. Okay, and you notice when you get to the bottom, your chest isn't very low and your knees aren't very bent. Okay, you guys can take a rest whenever you want. Let's go one more set of 10 or so, and then we'll move on to the next exercise. Okay, when you're done, I want you to do 2 sets or 3 sets of 10 rather, squats with very little weight. And it's not about weight. It's not about getting strong right now. It's learning the exercises. Okay, so let's go take a look at Liam to make sure that these RDLs are doing well. So there you go, Liam. Yeah, it looks pretty good, Liam, honestly. I think that you're bending your knees too much. Don't worry about bending. Just move your bum backwards. And then yeah, that was correct. And your knees happen to bend as a result of the skill, but yeah, that was absolutely correct, Liam. Those are very nicely done. Very nicely done. So this is called an RDL, a Romanian deadlift. Jacob, not with your feet together anymore. All right, I want your feet about shoulder width when you land. Jackson, that's pretty good. You guys can move on. Ethan, Parker, you guys can move on to 3 sets of 10 squats. Okay, 3 sets of 10 squats. Liam, you can also move on to 3 sets of 10 squats. We got to make sure that your squat pattern is correct. Now, I appreciate what you're doing right now, Torrin. I understand that your ankle's a little bit sore. So your technique looks great right now, though, right? Normally, I would want you to touch your elbows to your knees, but for right now, it's okay. I think that you guys are going a little bit too fast, right? I want it to be more controlled. I think that those are pretty good shapes, right? Ethan, elbows to your knees. Parker, that last one looked great. Torrin, excellent. Okay, can you face the camera, Liam, so I can see? What's up, Aiden? Aiden, just take yourself off mute, my dog. What's up? What'd you say?
What should I do?
You're doing 3 sets of 10 squats right now. You could probably do 10 or 15 pound squats. with the weight cradled?
I can't do squats though because my knees.
A foam roll your knees for sure then.
Okay.
All right. Jacob, let's move on to squat shapes. Okay. So I'll show you what a good squat kind of looks like. Jackson does a really nice squat shape here. All right. I want you just put your feet out a little bit. All right, just a little bit facing outwards. You don't have to have any weight right now, Jacob. You don't have to worry about the book. You just want to worry about technique for right now. All right, you're going to point your feet outwards a little bit. All right, and then what I want you to do is I'm going to show you Ethan and Parker and maybe make a few corrections. I'm going to work with Parker. He's the little one on the right, closer to the fireplace. Parker, I want you to point your feet outwards just a little tiny bit more. Okay, that's it. Now I want your thighs to bend in the same direction that your feet are pointing. Okay, so I want you to bend your thighs in the same direction that your feet are pointing. So your knees, when you bend, yes, beautiful. Bend your knees so that your knees go over your big toe. Parker, beautiful. Ethan, beautiful. All right, maybe Austin, you could drop your hips down a little bit more. Now, Parker, what I want you to do is turn your feet in just a little tiny bit more. Yeah, and now continue to bend your knees so that your thighs are in that same exact direction as your feet. Yep, same direction. I want your knees to be in control, and I don't want your knees to buckle in as you get to the bottom. All right, I want your knees to be in control. Jacob, a little bit wider with your feet, please, and let me see the ground if you can. I only want you to go down enough so that your elbows touch your knees. Liam, when you get ready, let's take a look at a couple of yours. Liam, I want you to it's like almost like in the middle of like between your feet forward and your feet in second position. It's like 45 degrees. That's good. You got to be careful with your knees when you bend. Yeah, your knees buckled in. I want your knees and your thighs to be in the same exact direction as your feet. That looked pretty good. And I want you to touch your elbows to your knees if you can. That looked pretty good. Elbows to your knees. These look pretty good. Yeah, Austin, that looked great. Right now, Austin, your left foot, you're standing on the inside of your foot. Try to shift your weight like we do with the arch strength so that you're standing on the outsides of your feet all the time. Right, Jackson, that looks great. And you guys are going to do 3 sets of 10 squats. And when you're done with 3 sets of 10 squats, I want you guys to do 3 sets of 8 on each side of your lateral lunges. Okay, the lateral lunges, the things that we've been doing with your 1 foot goes out. All right, so Jacob, let's take a look at your squat pattern one more time. You're gonna bend your knees. Yeah, it looks pretty good. It's a little bit too low, I think. Yep. Jackson, can you cradle that weight in front of you? Yep. So this is the next exercise I want you guys to do for those of you guys who've already learned how to do this. All right, make sure that you keep your nose, your knees, and your toes in line. And use a line on the floor to help you if you need to. All right. It's pretty good, but I want you to cradle the imaginary weight. Okay, Parker? Cradle an imaginary weight. Now, when you cradle it, this is what cradling a weight looks like. All right, holding it like that. Okay, Ethan, excellent, but make sure what you're doing is an RDL. All right, it's an RDL with each foot. Okay, Liam, that looks pretty good. Just make sure that your knee right there, your knee is over your left big toe and your nose is over your knee. That looks pretty good, dude. I like that. Right? Parker, Ethan, excellent. Okay, Jacob, what I want you to do is I want you to imagine that your right foot is on a line and I want you to point your right foot perfectly forward. Yep. I want you to think about keeping your nose, your right knee, and your right toe on top of each other. Like your nose is going to be right above your knee, and your knee is going to be right above your right toe. And with your right leg, all you're going to do is an RDL. And then as your body moves downward into the RDL, your left leg is going to go to the side. So RDL, but now your knee is buckling inwards. It was correct, but just make sure that your knee stays over your toe. Your right knee stays over your right toe, Jacob. Okay, try again. RDL. Yeah, but now you're moving into the middle. I want your whole body to stay over your right foot. I'm going to show Parker. Okay, Parker does it pretty well. So Jacob, take a look at Parker, and his left foot is on the line. His right foot's on the plastic plate, but his left foot is on the line. And when he bends his knee, his left knee is also over his left foot, and his nose is also over his knee. So his nose, knee, and foot are always in a line. They're aligned with each other. Okay, Jackson also does it pretty well. All right, with the foot that remains stationary, he's staying right over that leg. Now, I don't want you to shift outwards, Jacob. I want you to do an RDL. We just learned how to do the RDLs, Jacob, right? Show me an RDL. All right, Jacob, an RDL is a Romanian deadlift. It's the thing that you did with the stick. Okay, so you're going to show me an RDL. You're going to show me a Romanian deadlift, but you're just going to do it with one leg. All right, that's what Jackson's doing right here. It's going to be an RDL with one leg. Jackson, Jacob, the camera was fine, bro. Don't keep messing with the camera. The camera's fine. Show me an RDL, a Romanian deadlift, Jacob. Okay. Feet separate, feet separate, feet apart. Okay, remember, you're going to keep your back straight and move your bum backwards. All right, we just did like a bunch of them, right? Okay, and back up. Show me sideways. Show me sideways. Face sideways. Face the camera. Face sideways towards the camera so I can see what you're doing. And show me an RDL. Okay, nope. Watch. Jackson, show me an RDL. Okay, Jacob, we just worked on these things with the stick, right? These things here where you're going to push your bum back into the stick like that. We just did those ones right there. And now you're going to do the same exact thing. Jackson, can you do that? And just try not to change too much. Just let your right leg and face to the side. Yep. And he's going to do, he's going to do the same thing he just did, but just on one foot. And now his other leg is just sliding to the side. But he's just doing an RDL again. It's a lateral lunge. So RDL stands for Romanian deadlift. Okay? You're going to keep that stick, pretend that your back is straight and you're going to slide your bum backward, Jacob. Okay, that's an RDL. Yep, keep going. Go get the stick. Go get the parallel. You're staring at me like you have no idea what's going on. Go get the parallel. Okay, guys, when you guys are done, I would like you to do 3 sets of 7, okay, front raises. So you're going to get into your push-up shape, and you're going to go left arm, right arm, and do a front raise. Okay, Jacob, that's better. Remember, you have to have the bottom hand a little bit higher. You have to I want you to put your top hand above your head. Yep, and you're going to slide your bum into the broomstick. Yep, a little bit more knee bent. Yep, a little bit more knee bent and stand up. That's pretty much an RDL right there, okay? Keep working on that, Jacob. I'll come back to you. Liam, you're working on these lateral lunges. Is that correct? Okay, let me see what it looks like. I want your right foot to go to the side of you. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I want you to do 3 sets of 8 on each leg. When you're done, I want you to do these things that Ethan and Parker are doing. Okay? It's just front raise. Support with a front raise on each arm. Okay, here's another example of a support with a front raise. Okay? 3 sets of 8 on each arm, and I'm going to go work with Jacob again on his RDLs. So Jacob, move the camera down a little bit so we can see what's going on. Okay? Liam, that looks great. When you're done with that, I want you to do 3 sets of 15 plank up and downs. Let's see it, Jacob. A little bit more, pushing your bum back into the broom. More. It's too gentle. It's too gentle. It's better. A little bit more. Pushing your bum back. That's better. I like that. And don't look at the camera anymore. Don't look at the camera. I like that. That's pretty good. You can move your bottom hand up to the small of your back, not to your waist. I mean, not to your hips. There you go. Push your bum. Now, that is an RDL, a Romanian deadlift. That's what we're going to call an RDL, okay? So I want you to do 3 sets of 15 of those, Jacob, and then we'll move on. All right? We just got to keep working on those RDL shapes. That's it, man. Just keep doing that. Good job, Jacob. Those are looking much better now. Okay, the next exercise that you guys are going to learn, Jacob, you can stop doing that. Let's learn the next one, okay? Aiden, you're going to help me with this. I want you to lay on your back. Yeah, we're just going to move on to the next exercise so you guys can keep learning more. Okay, I want you to lay on your back. I want you to go get those the green weights that are up there, or maybe even like a 10-pound weight is fine. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what you get. You guys can use soup cans or your parallettes for right now is fine. Jacob, you could use the 2 books that you have is fine. Okay, now Aiden, is there any way that you can move that camera down so I can just see your arms a little bit better? Just down like a smidge. Okay, that's probably good right there. Okay, now I want you to, you're gonna end up doing like a bench press, but I don't want your arms to be 90 degrees. I want them to be about 45 degrees. That's 90 degrees. I want them to be halfway like that. And you're also gonna keep the weights 45 degrees. So you're gonna keep the weights in line with your arms. Okay, so right now his arms are not by his side, but they're not straight out either. They're 45 degrees away from his body, and you're gonna keep the weights 45 degrees as well. These are called floor presses, okay? I want you guys to do floor presses. Show me what that looks like. All right, show me these. A floor press. Oh, sorry, my bad. These are called floor presses. It's like a bench press. I don't want you guys to use much weight. If you're using more than 10 pounds, it's probably too much. I want your arms at 45 degrees, and I want the weights to be at the same angle that your arms are at. So I don't want I don't want your arms next to you, Jacob. I want them about 45 degrees. Yep. So Jacob, Ethan, Parker, look at Aiden for a second. I want you to put your arms at 90 degrees, Aiden. Okay, lift your elbow. Yeah, that's 90 degrees. I don't want that. And I don't want them all the way to your elbows either. I don't want that. I want them in the middle. Okay, in the middle. And you're gonna do a press like that. Okay, so 45 degrees, and I want your arms and the weights to also be 45 degrees. I want you to do about 3 sets of maybe 15 is good. Jacob, those look great. 3 sets of maybe, yeah, 10 to 15 is fine. Again, you're not trying to get strong right now. What you're trying to do is just learn the exercises. Jacob, the whole year, I'm not going to let you do a lot of weight at all. Right? And Parker, you shouldn't do heavy weights at all the whole year because I think that it's just you're too young and your muscles and your body is still growing. But there's no reason that you can't learn these exercises, and there's no reason that you can't do it with like little weights. But I wouldn't do any more than 10 pounds, Parker, for the rest of the year. Right? Jackson, maybe a little bit closer to your body, just a little bit, elbows closer. That's better. 45 degrees, guys. Okay, Austin, I think that if you got like soup cans, or if you got jugs of water, or if you got anything that you guys can use as weight. Now, Austin, can you come to the screen, tell me how old you are? How old are you, buddy? Austin, how old are you?
What?
How old are you?
12.
So I think that 12 years old is just about the time where you guys can actually start doing some of the strength and conditioning. So I would say probably by you know, the 1st of June, Austin, if we're still working together, you're going to want to get maybe 10 pound weights. All right. So that we can start doing this stuff for real. Liam, how old are you, buddy? You can just say it. You're off mute. You can just say 10. Okay. I mean, you're still a little bit young. All right. So I don't want to necessarily push it too far. Your elbows are too close. I want your elbows 45 degrees, Liam. 45 degrees away from your body. That's correct. And up. Yeah, I think, Austin, that's pretty good. How much weight is that? Do you know? It's probably 5 and 5, 10 pounds.
5.
It's 5 pounds total.
Yeah.
I mean, if you did one of those in each arm, I think that would be just fine. Jackson, you're done with these? Done with floor presses? Okay. Okay, so the next exercise is single arm half kneeling press. So we'll go to Jackson. Jackson, I want you to go on one knee. Yep, and the other knee at 80 degrees on your foot, just like that. Now I want you to put your right elbow on your right knee for stability. And I want you to lift that other weight with your left hand. And I want you to bend your arm and cradle it, sort of. Bend your arm and lift, yep, like, yeah, but only with one arm. Yep. Now you're gonna press it directly at the ceiling. Push it to the ceiling. Yep, and now back down and bend it and stop right there. Yeah, I don't want it to face me right now. I just want it to face the ceiling. Face the weight to the ceiling. Yeah, bend your arm. Yep, just like that. But see how your forearm is facing the camera? I want your forearm to face the ceiling the whole time. Your left arm, my bad. Right there, like that. And now up to the ceiling. Up to the ceiling and back down. Up to the ceiling and back down. This is a half kneeling press. Okay? I want you guys to use a soup can if you can, or you could use a water bottle or your water jug. I think Ethan and Parker, the water jugs that you guys had before is fine. This is called a half kneeling press. And I want you to kind of take a look at your hand the whole time. I almost want you to look at the weight the whole time. And I want you to do 3 sets of 7 with each arm. Okay? That's called a half kneeling press. I want to make sure that your knees are bent. I think that's fine. It looks fine right now. I like the way that Ethan is holding it better. Right? And again, Parker, I don't want you to be distracted with lots of weight. All right? I only want you to learn, Parker. So I think that the soup can that's next to you is probably even better, Parker. Right? Just use that soup can is fine. Aiden, I think that as we move on, you could probably move to like 20, 25 pounds as you do this, but not for a long time. Parker, I want you to hold the soup can the opposite way. So you're grabbing onto the round part of the soup. Yep, that's good. Lift to the ceiling, but I want you to switch knees. Switch knees. Good. And put your left hand on your left knee. Left, yeah, not your elbow. Not your elbow. Like that. That's good. Okay, these look nice now. These are called half kneeling press. Okay, I want you to put your hand on your knee for stability. And I want you to keep looking at the weight so you're in control of the weight. Okay, guys, this looks pretty good. Okay, now the next thing I want to do is I want to show you how to dump the weight. Okay? So Liam, what I want you to do is I want you to lift the weight above your head and stop. Okay? Now what you're going to do is you're going to bend your left arm and stop. I want your elbow tucked in a little bit more closer to your body. Yep. And now what I want you to do is I want you to put the weight in both hands. I want you to grab the other weight with the other hand. And now I want you to put the weight down. Just put with both hands like that if you can. Okay. Yes, like that. Okay. As opposed to lift the weight up again, Liam. Okay. Lift the weight up with your left hand. Guys, watch. This is careful. This is important. Okay. Lift the weight up with your left hand. And now instead of bend your arm right now, bend your arm like you're going down, and I just want you to turn your arm to the side and just let the weight drop. Okay, yeah, well, not necessarily drop. I want you to kind of like go, yes, like this kind of. I'll even show you. Yeah, Austin, that was better. Watch, I'll just show you. Okay. So I want you to lift the weight here, and on the way down, in order to let go weights, I want you to cradle the weight and put it down. Sometimes people go to here and then they put the weight down by letting their arm go to the side and just put the weight down. And that's how you're gonna, you could injure your bicep, you can injure your tendons in your shoulder and stuff. So whenever you're putting the weights down, I want you to grab both hands to the weight and put the weight down with both hands, okay? Dumping the weight the right way, right? Torrin, the way that you did that was fine. Okay, and the other thing that I want to do is, let's go, Jackson, can you go onto your back, and I want you to do those floor presses. Do a couple floor presses. Same thing with dumping the weight. It's called dumping the weight. At the end of the floor press, okay, you can just keep your elbows at the bottom right here. I want you to sit up like you're doing a sit-up and put the weights directly down on the ground. So let's try that one more time. All right. Now, I want you to just take your arms right now, put your elbows on the ground, and let your arms straighten and put the weights on the ground. Done, like that. Okay, can you do it one more time? Sometimes people will let the weights go, but like to the side. Sometimes people will let the weights, they're here, and they'll let the weights go to the side like that. Again, that's another way that you can strain your biceps, so I don't want that. Got to always remember to dump the weights the right way. So here you're going to go down and up. Good, safe way. It's not going to hurt your elbows at all. Okay, so when you guys are done with your half kneeling presses, you should do 7 half kneeling presses with each arm. And when you're done with your half kneeling presses, I want you guys to work on your reverse flies. So you guys don't need too much weight right now. Jackson, during the season, maybe you'll end up using 5 or 10 pounds to do your reverse flies, but Jackson, stand up and you can push the weights aside. You won't need them. And everything's gonna go back to your RDL shape. Everything, always RDL shape. So feet facing forward, RDL shape. Okay, move your bum backwards. Get into the middle of your RDL. And now, remember this is the one where you face your palms forward and you go elbows up, and thumbs down. That's it. That's it. I want you to tuck your elbows to your side. And just, you're thinking about just thumbs up and down, thumbs up and down. Just like Jackson's doing. These are called reverse flies. That's correct, Parker. That's correct, Parker. Okay, but when I'm gonna tell you to stop right here. Parker, do it one more time. I'm gonna tell you to stop. Okay, stop right there. All right, do it one more time. And when I say freeze, I want you to freeze. Stop right there, don't move. Right now, your hands are both in front of your shoulders. But look where your brothers go to. Your brothers don't go in front of your shoulders, his shoulders. Ethan, do one more. Look where his hands go. They stop on the outsides and he's just lifting his elbows up. Elbows up, right? That's perfect. Just like that, Parker. Just like that. And you're gonna do it in an RDL shape. And eventually, Parker, you can take those 2 soup cans and do it with the 2 soup cans. Right? Eventually, it's just going to be a weighted reverse fly. And you're just going to think about elbows up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Okay, it should look something like this. Okay, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, like that. That looks pretty good, Parker. It's pretty close. Okay, but Liam, remember, you're supposed to be in that RDL shape. So let's see an RDL shape. Right, so you're gonna move your bum backwards a little bit. That's it, and I want your elbows closer to your body. Your elbows almost don't move. And thumbs up, yep, that's pretty good. That's pretty good, I like that. Can you keep your palms facing forward a little bit more? Yep, like that, and thumbs up, and thumbs up. That looks pretty good right now. Okay, nice job. Ethan, you good? Parker, you good? Yeah, okay. So Ethan, I think that your reverse flies look great right now. Okay, and you're trying to make sure that you're in an RDL shape, so your knees are a little tiny bit bent. Your bum is moving backwards into the skill, and I like kind of how Ethan's chest is right now. It's dropped a little bit more than a normal RDL, right? You take a look at his chest is a little bit lower than normal. Yeah, that's pretty good. And this shape is almost perfect for your reverse flies. Okay, nice work. Okay, let's do a bear crawl. Bear crawl is a little bit hard. I want you guys to go on your hands and knees. Hands and knees. No, not quite. Go on your hands and knees. Bend your knees, bend your knees. Okay, now a bear crawl, okay? I want you to keep your hands and your toes on the ground, and I do not want your knees touching the ground. I want your knees to be 1 inch off the ground, always. Okay, always, just 1 inch, just like this shape right here that Torin is using. All right, this shape is great. Now, I want you to lift your left hand and your right foot up. Okay, but I only want you to lift it like 1 inch off the ground, barely. That's it. And now switch. That's it. And switch. And switch. Torin, can you face the opposite way and go all the way back to the wall far from the camera? Face the camera. Face the camera. Good. Now let's do it, and I want you to crawl forward. So you're going to lift your toe, lift your knees, and I want you to lift your left arm and right foot. That's a bear crawl right here. Okay, lift your opposite hand, opposite foot at the same time. And I want you to go absolute slow motion. Slow motion. Yeah, this pace is good here, Torin. This is called a bear crawl. No, Aiden, I want your knees to be, Torin, can you show the shape from the side? Okay, now look at, he's on his toes. Liam, look at, he's on his toes, but his knees are not touching the ground. His arms and his back are at a 90-degree angle. Yeah, I want your feet much further back, Aiden. Feet further back. Yeah, like this. That's good. And opposite hand, opposite foot. And they got to lift at the same time and lift at the same time. Yep, this is called a bear crawl. Okay, as slow as you can make it work. All right, Liam, you're going to keep your knees slightly off the ground. That's it. Opposite hand, opposite foot. Opposite hand, opposite foot. There you go. And crawl forward. All right, crawl forward. Boom and boom. And as slow as you can make your body move. As slow as you can go, okay? Okay, let's do one more. And we're going to do the barbell underhand row. All right, Parker, go pick up those 2 soup cans. Stand up into an RDL shape, face the camera. Okay, I want you to move it. I want you to move your hands so that your palms are facing the camera. So that your body, yep, correct. Now I want you to squeeze your shoulder blades tight and I want you to bend your arms. Bend your arms. Yes, that's a row, okay? It's an underhand barbell row. Straighten your arms, bend your arms. Straighten your arms, bend your arms. Straighten your arms, bend your arms. Okay, that's an underhand row. Okay, and it's not a curl. All right, Ethan, what you're doing is a curl. All right, what you're doing is a curl. It's like this. It's like, I'll show you. I'll show you. It's not this. It's this. Okay, not this, not flexing your arms. It's using your scapular, your shoulder blades in the back. Okay, Parker, that's correct. Parker, that's correct. But Torin, I want you to have underhand grip. Like, yes, like that, like this. Okay, so guys, like this. This looks pretty good right here. Okay, I want your hands to go I want them to go downwards, not forwards. Okay, right here, down and up, correct. Down and up, correct. Down and up. And you're just gonna stay in your RDL shape. You're not gonna bend your knees more or less. And you're working your upper back right now. You're trying to squeeze your shoulder blades tight. Jackson, this is excellent. Trying to squeeze your shoulder blades tight in the back. All right, pulling your shoulder blades. This is correct. This is called an underhand row. Okay, underhand row. Okay. Liam, I want you to get into that RDL shape. Okay, that's it. With your feet a little bit further apart and your bum moving backwards, and you're just going to keep your palms facing me, straighten your arms and bend them. Chest is a little bit too tall right here. That's good right there. Looks pretty good. Yep, that looks pretty good. That's called an underhand row. All right, let's see Parker. Parker, I think that your arms are going too horizontal to the floor. I want you to almost just keep the weights pointing at the ground. Keep your hands and the weights pointing at the ground. No, like this. Look at. You guys look like this. Hold on. I don't want straight. I don't want straight out. Right? You're going to get into your RDL shape and your arms are going to go down and up. Down and up. Like that. Yes. Yes. Okay, but I want you, remember, you're going to be in an under grip, like on high bar. This grip here. Right? This grip. Under grip. Underhand row. All right, this looks pretty good, Jackson. All right, this is an underhand row. Okay, Jackson, nice work. Okay, let's do one more exercise, okay? Parker, give Ethan one of those soup cans. Aiden, get one of the yellow weights. Liam, get something that's relatively light. You can use one of those weights that you had is fine. And this is called an arm bar, okay? Jackson, you can use that weight. Let's work with you first because I just got a good camera angle. I want you to lay down facing the camera with your head towards the door and your feet away from the door. Yes. I want you to go on your side and face the camera. Correct. Correct. Good. I want you to take your left arm and I want you to put, actually, sorry. I want you to cradle the weight on your chest and lay on your back, just like you're doing. You're going to do this with your right arm, so you can grab onto the weight with your right arm, okay? In the middle of the weight, and I want you to lift the weight so it's pointing at the ceiling. Good. Take your left arm, put it above your head. Good. Bend your right leg 90 degrees. Put your foot on the ground. Good. Now listen to my instructions. I want you to push the weight towards the ceiling so that you turn and face the camera this way and you're on the side of your body. Yes. Now take your right leg, put it in front of your body like a kickstand. Put it in front of your body on the ground and your knee on the ground. Your knee on the ground. Correct. Like this. Now I want you to look at that weight. Look at the weight and balance it. I want the bottom arm to be totally above your head. Okay, totally above your head, and look at the weight. No, on the ground though. Keep the weight on the ground. Look at the weight. Okay, you're gonna go 10 seconds looking at the weight like this. And then you're gonna do 10 seconds not looking at the weight. Take your face and look at the camera. And don't look at the weight and still balance it right above your head. Okay, and then what you're gonna do is called stacking your legs. Okay, I want you to try to straighten your right leg so it's on top of your left leg. And I want you to flex your feet so you have a little bit more stability. Okay, and you're gonna hold this shape for 10 seconds. So you go 10 seconds looking with your leg bent, 10 seconds not looking, and then you're gonna stack your legs. This is called an arm bar. Okay, I want you to, now when you're gonna finish, I want you to bend your right knee, put it back on the ground. Turn to your back. Cradle the weight. Cradle the weight. Grab it with both hands, cradle it now. Cradle it, bend your arms, cradle the weight, bend your arms to your chest. And now I want you to look at the camera, turn to your side, and dump the weight down on the ground. Turn to your whole side, dump the weight. I don't want you to reach the weight down to the ground. I want you to do it kind of like Torin did here. All right, so Torin's he has the weight cradled, and he's just gonna turn the weight and put it on the ground, just like that. Okay, turn the weight onto the ground. Okay, so let's do an arm bar with the other arm. All right. So you're gonna lay on your back just like Torin is doing. Lay on your back first. Okay, you're gonna take the weight, push the weight. Now I want your right arm above your head, Torin, because you're gonna rotate around your right arm. Above your head, on the ground. On the ground, above your head. Push the weight to the ceiling. That's gonna roll you to your side. Put the kickstand down. Bend your, good, hold it there, 10 seconds. Look at the weight, hold it there. And all of these little undulations and these little movements in your shoulder are working these small stabilizing shoulder muscles. Now I want you to look at the camera and don't look at the weight anymore. And now just use your, what's called proprioception, or your kinesthetic awareness to keep the weight above your head. But it's not straight up and down anymore, Torin. Make sure that weight is straight up and down. Now stack your feet and flex your toes. Flex your toes and stack. Okay, but it's still not straight up and down right now. You see it's a little bit of a crooked, like it's crooked. There you go, there you go. All right, I want you to just think about the weight. Now, I want you to put your left knee back on the ground, stabilize your body. Stabilize first. Roll to your back. Cradle the weight. And dump the weight to the side with both hands. Exactly correct. Okay, exactly right, guys. Okay, let's do one more with each arm and we'll call it a night. So this is going to be right arm, arm bar. Push the weight to the ceiling. Your left arm should be above your head on the ground. Okay, bend your right leg onto the ground. 10 seconds, 10 seconds looking. Look at that weight, Liam. And keep your right arm above your head a little bit more, Liam. Seems to be a little bit of an angle. Just open up that shoulder angle. Good. Now, 10 seconds not looking at the weight. Now, you can't use your vision to balance the weight now. Now it's going to be all your joint receptors and blah, 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 all this stuff. Now, stack your feet and flex your toes. Sid, I'm sure you can feel that the weight is top heavy above your shoulders. And sometimes when you do shoulder stability and shoulder strengthening, we're not using big weights. 8, and at most, probably you'll end up using like 15 pounds doing this. Okay, before you do anything, I want you to take your top leg, bend it so that you're stable again. Look at the weight, roll to your back, cradle the weight, and then roll the weight to the ground. Okay, left arm one more time. Let's see, Ethan and Parker. Looks like you guys are doing great arm bars. Okay, this is right arm. Push your right arm up. Roll to your side. Keep looking at the weight. And your right leg is going to go over your left leg and act as a kickstand. Your knee is going to go on the ground. Okay, Ethan, I want you to take your right leg, put it all the way over your body, and I want you to put it like this. Okay, rack the weight and roll it, and take a look at the camera. Okay, I want your leg to be like Torin's right here. So your whole shin and your knee is on the ground, acting like a kickstand, just like Parker is doing. Look at the weight, 10 seconds, but Torin, get that weight straight up and down. There you go. And now don't look at the weight, look at the camera. And then stack your legs and flex your feet. Flex your feet. Big flex in those feet. Not point, flex, Torin. That's it. Kickstand. Roll the weight to your back. Rack the weight. And Aiden, don't let your arm externally rotate. Don't let your arm, don't let your arm do this to put the weight on the ground. Yes, don't let your arm do this to put the weight on the ground. Roll it to the ground and put it down so you don't tear your bicep, okay? Okay, guys, it's 6:27. Come to the screen. All right, we've gone through about half of all the exercises that we got to do. We have so much more to learn, which is why during the week, I don't really want to take too much. I don't want to change too much of what we're doing during the week. I'd rather get through it faster and faster and faster. So maybe we can finish what we're doing by, say, for instance, 6:45, and then spend 6:45 to 7:15 every day doing more strength and conditioning so that we can get our muscles built up, because we have a lot to work on. So I think probably this week, tomorrow, I'm going to try to pick up the pace in terms of the exercises, try to go through the warm up a little bit faster, and then get to at least 15 minutes of strength and conditioning at the end of the exercises, all right, at the end of the workout, because we got to keep moving. But I think that if we keep changing everything, then we start at the bottom with a completely new learning curve. And I don't really believe in that. You guys have spent almost 2 months now learning all of the exercises on floor pummels, rings, vault, P-bars, and high bar. And now that we know how to do them, we should continue on with them. All right. You guys can just work harder and harder as you do it and take less and less rest, but now introduce all this strength and conditioning stuff. So that's pretty much going to be the goal for the next month, is to learn how to do these strength and conditioning exercises so that ultimately we can get stronger. And last year I had 0 injuries on my team. And the year before that, I had 0 injuries, because I'm not just trying to teach strength and conditioning. I'm trying to teach you guys strength and conditioning with appropriate technique and using progression, starting low weight and gradually building up the weights so that the muscle timing and your ability to kind of control the weights is established. Okay. So that's the goal. I hope you guys have a really amazing Sunday night with your family, because it's a beautiful night. And as usual, get it,